What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. Today I want to talk about possible market for Pat Kane. Obviously, the Rick Nash and Bobby Ryan sweepstakes are going on, but I think for the right price, Patrick Kane could be moved. I know there's been a lot of issues off the ice with him. Had a subpar year last year. Had missed practice due to the flu and was seen the night before partying. So how much that's linked. I'm not advocating moving Pat Kane if I'm Chicago, but I think for the right price, it might be in their best interest. So I've got 5 different teams, 5 different scenarios to move Kane. Starting with the Anaheim Ducks, Bobby Ryan and a draft pick. Bobby Ryan's rumored to be getting traded, obviously for the last 6 months. And I think he can definitely help the Blackhawks. I think Kane goes to Orange County, helps that team. I think he can definitely help the Ducks in a number of different ways and keep them, kind of your problem for our problem. And I think Bobby Ryan definitely fits in real well with that nucleus they have in Chicago. The Bruins, Brad Marchand, Johnny Boychuk, and prospect Jared Knight. I think Marchand could step on a Kane's role, not as well, but can still play a top 6 role for the Blackhawks. Boychuk gives you some help on the back end. Chicago's needed it. Nice righty shot that can play the power play. And Jared Knight, prospect with some top 6 upside, I think definitely can help Chicago down the line and help their even, deeper pool of prospects and make it even deeper. I kind of, maybe draft picks going both ways. It helps the Bruins a lot. Obviously, Kane in that lineup, but does it? And like I said, what's the market for Kane? It's pretty hard to establish one when there's so many peaks and valleys of his hockey career, all the off the ice issues, all the on the ice talent, all the scoring slumps, all the hot streaks, the cup winning goal, albeit on Michael Leighton. But what is the market? And here's another possible one down at Florida for Dmitry Kulikov and top prospect Quentin Howden. Maybe another prospect thrown in there, maybe a roster player. Would Versteeg go back? I don't know. Kulikov helps them on the back end, immediately becomes a power play quarterback, really helps that team to complement Duncan Keith, Brent Seabrook, and Nicoletti in the top 4. And Quentin Howden's got some pretty decent upside, product of the Western Hockey League and a 2-time Canadian World Junior team member. Then the issue becomes Kane running amok in South Beach. Do you want to deal with that? Is Florida buying low on him? Is Chicago selling low on him? And obviously Dale Talon drafted him, so I can see Talon anytime. If Kane's on the block, Talon will definitely make an inquiry for him. And like I said, I did a whole piece a few months ago on the possibility of Kane going to the Panthers. You need star power to sell in Miami. The Heat just won the championship with, the big 3. The Dolphins were in the Peyton Manning sweepstakes. The Marlins signing Jose Reyes and, being in the Albert Pujols sweepstakes for, in the MLB free agency period. So I think Talon would want one of his own to complement that core, that market in Miami. Keeping the Southeast Division, Carolina Hurricanes, obviously they wanted, Parisi and Suter. They got Jordan Stahl. They're kicking the tires on Rick Nash, and I think Bobby Ryan. I think Jeff Skinner and Jamie McBain would be a pretty decent haul for both teams. I think McBain helps the blue line. Obviously, I think Skinner pretty much steps right in and takes Kane's spot. Kane's better than Skinner, but I think for Chicago, if you're getting a pretty good righty shooting top 4 defenseman with youth and is under contract, I think he definitely helps you out. And I think Carolina gets you to stop out. He definitely complements the two Stahl brothers. He's more of a playmaker where Skinner's a scorer, so I think that can help you out. But I mean, even then, is it worth giving up Skinner and a top 4 for Kane? Is it worth upgrading that much? And then finally another long shot, but Tampa Bay, Teddy Purcell, and then 2 prospects, Slater Koekkoek and Andrei Vasilevsky. Purcell steps into that top 6, albeit not as good as Kane. And then Vasilevsky, gives you a young goalie in the system that can help you down the line. Obviously, Chicago's had, a lot of goaltending problems since winning the Cup. And Koekkoek gives you a young defenseman that can definitely help you down the line. Then it becomes a salary cap situation in Tampa. Him and Stamkos would be playing fantasy hockey every night, and I think Stamkos would score 70 goals. But, it's a tough one. That's why I kind of had 5 different scenarios. What exactly would Chicago want? What exactly would teams be willing to invest because of the risk with Kane? He's really a loose cannon, and do want to deal with, the drinking and the party and to excess. All hockey players drink and party. Kane's going a little too far, so we'll see how it all works out. I want to hear what you guys have to say, so leave me some possible Pat Kane trade scenarios, and I'll read them and respond back. So that's all I got this episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the off season and beyond. Later, guys.